In today's video, I'm going to be creating some simple fall DIYs using jars. These jars here are from the Dollar Tree, and these are the ones that has the measurements on one side and it's plain on the other side, and you can style them on the plain side, or I recommend that you save jars. I absolutely love jar DIYs, and these are some of my favorite ones that I have done in the past. Now, I know we all have seen the pumpkin jars, which I absolutely love, but I'm going to create these to be like some candy jars and style them around my coffee bar. As you can see, I have already went in painting them using this pumpkin color Waverly paint, and I painted all three of the jars. Now, as for the lids, I have this hunter green spray paint, and I spray painted the jars. From the Dollar Tree, I always have these little bag of stamps. I haven't seen these in a Dollar Tree lately, but I had so many from in the past, and some Dollar Trees that I travel to still have them. And as you can see, I'm using these to act as the stems of my pumpkin jars. And so I'm just taking each stem and hot gluing it down to the lid. I absolutely love this idea. I absolutely just love jars for the season. I save jars too, but I have these here from the Dollar Tree because I didn't have as many as I needed saved. So what I'm doing here is just putting the lids back on there, which I could have waited, because I am going to be using some Dollar Tree window clings to add to these jars. I want to take a moment to say thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so. What I'm doing here is these are some leaves from the Dollar Tree that I poured off a pick, and as you can see, I'm adding just a line of hot glue and attaching them right to the stem, and I'm doing that to all three before I go in and add in my window clings. I also want to say thank you all so much for all my viewers and my subscribers and everyone who watched, commented, like my video. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. I am going in first with some Mod Podge over the smooth side of the jar, because I'm going to cover this entire jar with this Mod Podge to keep everything protected. Now, when I painted these jars, I just did one coat. I didn't want to have no full coverage because I wanted to have that natural distress or chipping before I added this Mod Podge. So I just did one coat. I poured one of these little pumpkin clings off of that sheet, and now I'm just going over that again with the Mod Podge to protect that sticker and to keep that, that window cling, and to keep it on the jar. And I'm just going to do that to all three. I already chose the three little window clings that I'm going to use, and so I'm just going to add each one. Now, I did add a little bit more Mod Podge glue here, but I'm just going to spread it all around the jar and just use any excess and add it to the other jar. So if you want to see some window cling DIYs, I do have a video coming up in a couple of days where I did some fall signs using some Dollar Tree window clings. So please tune in for that video. I would truly appreciate it. I haven't really done signs in a long time, so I'm excited. And here is the look of the jars, and I'm just adding mint, some little pumpkin candies, and these are just going to act as some fall candy jars, but I absolutely love how they turned out. Now for these next jars, I'm going to be styling these in my kitchen. So I have two of the jars. I'm just removing the lids. I'm not going to be using these lids for these two DIYs, but I will save them for later. I'm going to be using some of that Waverly white chalk paint, and once again, I'm just going in with one coat. I didn't want like a full coverage. I realized I didn't take the stickers off the bottom of the jars, so I kind of paused a moment to take off the tags. Once I get both of them painted, this is how they look. I go back to get my window clings, and I'm going to choose two of them. These really turned out really cute. I'm going in first with the Mod Podge and spreading it over the jars. So life has been lifing. My son, he is 16, and so he's very, very busy, doing a lot of things at school and after school. So I haven't been consistent with my days, but I'm trying to get back into the routine now that everything has slowed down. So I just want to thank everyone who's still been tuning in and watching my videos and supporting my channel. Me and my family is truly grateful. But I'm trying to get back on track. I'm actually shocked that I haven't squeezed in many more fall videos because fall is my favorite season. So I do have a bunch of fall videos I'm going to try to get out as soon as possible that I've been meaning to do, but I have been so busy. But I do like to do everyday decor. But I love fall. I love the holiday season. So stay tuned in because I have a lot of DIYs coming your way. And I just want to say thank you for watching. So as you can see, all I did while I was running my mouth was added the Mod Podge to the jar, added the window cling, and I'm just going over everything. I thought these two window clings that I chose for these jars were like perfect to be styled in the kitchen. So I'm just repeating the same thing I did to the previous one. And these would be cute, even if you put like a little light in them. But I wanted to make some little arrangements. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with these jars. But I did want to have like a full blown bunch of fall leaves coming out because this is going to be in the kitchen. And I do have a few plants in the area in my kitchen on a counter where I'm going to place these. So I didn't want to go with too many leaves in this jar, but you will see the picks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree to add inside of these. So what I'm going to do is just get this covered, and then once all of that's set, I am going to go around the rim of these jars with some jute twine. So I'm just going to add a little hot glue to tack down the first piece, and then as you can see, I'm just wrapping it around the rim of the jar. I'm not trying to be neat or anything. Just wanted to bring in a little jute twine, and then what I'm going to do is just when I feel like I have the right amount, I'll just add a little glue, tack down the jute cord, and cut off the excess. And you will see me repeat that. I'm gonna start repeating that to the second jar, and then once I get that complete, I'm just going to get my picks ready to arrange in the inside. Now I'm going to go in with this raffia instead of using any pieces of pool noodle or any foam to add the picks in. I'm just going to go in with the raffia and push it all the way down, maybe have a little bit of that show, because my picks, I'm not going to clip them down. I'm just going to fold the stems and arrange them in there, and I just thought this gave it a little bit more of a fall look with the raffia peeking, from out of the jars instead of using the foam. And so once I get that done, then I'm going to get my picks from the Dollar Tree. I'm not adding many. I really just wanted the picks for the height, and I didn't want to do any fall leaves. As I mentioned earlier, this will be in the kitchen, but I do want to add these really cute sweater pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to remove the tags and then break the sticks down a little bit that they're on, because I didn't want those to be too high. So all I'm doing is folding the stem down and just placing the little picks inside. I'm doing like 2 picks each in each jar, and then 1 pumpkin, and I felt like that was enough. You can add more, but this is all I wanted. The jars alone is the piece for me, but I did want to bring in a little height. And I really love how these turned out. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's just something about jar decor that I absolutely love for all seasons. And so these were some of my favorite ones, and I just wanted to share these with you. So now I'm going in with the little pumpkin pick that I clipped off, and I'm just gonna push that down. I wanted that to kind of just be lower to the jar, and that is it. I styled these in the kitchen on a counter, and I absolutely love how they turned out. Now for this jar DIY, I love these pumpkin shaped jars. They do have one that has a tint of orange, but I wanted to go with this clear one. As for the lid, I just gave it a coat of that hunter green spray paint, and all I'm going to do is style some items inside of this jar, starting with a little bit of this raffia. I'm just going to take a few strings of that, and I'm just going to push that right down into this jar, and I push it all the way down. This may be a simple DIY, but it might be my favorite. It's just so pretty. And so now I'm going to bring in some other items to style inside of this jar. I do have some fall leaves, and these are from the Dollar Tree. I'm just clipping down a few of them, and I'm going to place them right, you know, against the jar so that they can be seen on the outside. I had a little pine cone that I just wanted to pop in there, a couple of pine cones. And then I have this 3-pack of pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna place one of them right inside the jar as well. And of course I wanted this jar to light up, so I am going to use one of those little orange tea candles, LED candles that the Dollar Tree put out for the fall season. And as you can see, I'm just adding a few of these fall leaves here and there. I just wanted to make sure that everything was nice and full, but that you can see all of the little items that's in the inside. And there's my little tea candle that I'm going to place right in the inside. I just thought this was really pretty. And so now for my lid, I am going to add one of those stems out of the pack from the Dollar Tree. I had 2 left out of that pack, and so I just popped one of them in to bring in a little bit more decor in the inside. And now, as you can see, I'm just placing the lid back on. And then for the stem to my little pumpkin, I am going to hot glue that other stem right down to the center. And then after that, I'm going to take a string of raffia and just tie it around my little pumpkin stem and just create a little simple bow. This is so cute, and as I mentioned, they do have that tinted color orange one, but I felt like I wasn't going to be able to see my items good enough. But I did pick up one to create an arrangement with for my table. And so I cut the raffia down, so I just wanted to crinkle everything up. And this is absolutely beautiful to me. I think it came out really pretty. And for this next one, I have this napkin here from the Dollar Tree. I really love Dollar Tree fall napkins. They put out some really pretty napkins. And as you can see, I'm going to be Mod Podging this onto this jar. So I'm adding the Mod Podge first, and I'm starting on the side that has the measurements. It's not going to be as smooth as the other side, but the reason why you won't be able to tell is because I am going to double up on this napkin. Now, if I was just going to add a light to this jar, I will go in with this one layer of napkins, because when I did it's really pretty once it dries. I've done this before, and when the light shines through, it's just so beautiful. But as you can see, I am going in with a lot of Mod Podge because, as I mentioned, I'm doing 2 layers because I wanted to bring in some texture, and I want to be able to see that distressed look of this napkin, and I couldn't see it with just 1 layer because I'm going to use this as a prop jar to style a cutting in for the fall. And so I wanted to do 2 layers to bring in that texture and to really bring out that distressing that's in that napkin. And so I'm just smoothing everything out with my fingers, and then I'm just going to clip some of this napkin down off of the top, because any leftover napkin, I'm going to push it down inside of the jar. And so what you're going to see me do is go around the rim with some of that glue and press it down. And I do love how this turned out. I was worried at first with doubling up on the napkin, but I knew it was going to give me a little bit more definition to the prints of the distressing on this jar. So I'm just pushing everything down, and I'm going to go in and add in a little bit more Mod Podge, being careful not to rip anything. Just adding a little bit more before I go in with that second layer. And for my napkins, it is 2-ply, so I did remove the first ply. And so now I'm going right back over the jar, layering that second layer of napkin. And then I am going to cut down that excess napkin that's at the top like I did with the first layer. And then what I'm going to do is just push everything in. As you can see, it's so much. It's enough glue that it's kind of just tacking everything down, but I do go over it again with some more glue just to make sure that everything is nice and secure. And once everything dried, I was able to get that desired look that I was going for. And so I decided to go around the rim of this jar with a little jute twine. So I'm just clipping off some jute twine. It do have to dry a little bit more, so after I tie the jute twine bow, I will set it to the side so that it can dry a little more. And as I mentioned, I just wanted a cute little fall prop jar because I have a cutting of one of my plants, and I absolutely love the cutting. Even though it has rooted, I wanted to still style it in a jar, and I just thought it would be really cute if I styled it in a nice cute little fall jar. And how adorable is this? I really love how it turned out. I can see the distressing from the napkin, and it really matches the leaf that is on that candle that I paired it with. And I think this turned out absolutely adorable. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which DIY were your favorite. And until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.